Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to put the eggs in this little cup here. Now, if you're really good at, you know, smashing an egg against the side of a frying pan, feel free to do that yourself, but personally, I prefer to... Holy shit, I fucked up. I prefer to keep it to, yeah, doing it like that. Because if I fucked this up at the frying pan itself, I would have made a huge mess. And this is what the paper is for anyway. Damage control. That one's alright, but I guess I fucked up a little bit too much of the egg, but... fuck. Fudge. Fudge would be a better word. Now you're gonna notice, now my hands are dirty, so be sure to wash your hands. A little bit of warm water is gonna be enough. Now this thing is all gooey. Now we're gonna put this thing away. Gooey, 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 gooey. Whoops. I hit the tripod there. Very gooey. Sorry that I'm not touching the camera, but I don't want to goo up the camera as well. You know? And quite frankly, there's just a little bit too little to see. Now, dry out my hands. Of course, Paul makes a few more cuts in this video, so I'm probably going to have to cut a few as well. There we go. That's quite neat. Right, with that done, it's time to focus on the pot. Or the pan, I mean. Yeah, the pan. Let's see. Yeah, let's focus on the pan here. Tighten up the tripod so that won't move. Right, you put this off, of course. The first thing you gotta do is grab some butter. Now, we used to use very solid butter and stuff, make a slice off of it, but now we just got some Blue Band, any kind of brand you need, and it's, you know, one of those squeezy things. It's healthier a little bit, apparently, or it's just the thing you get. Well, either way, you got that ready. You get something like this, a spatula, and there we go. Whew. Don't let the gas run for too long before sparking it, otherwise you're going to be in a shiz load of trouble. I put a little bit too much of this stuff in, so my egg's going to be a little bit too greasy. I don't like that so much, but for the sake of moving on, let's move on. Oh god, this is way too much. Just wait a little bit till it's a little bit boiling. You're probably not going to be able to see very much of this unless I turn the screen around. Yeah, there we go. Boiling a little bit. It's going to calm down soon enough. Yeah, I guess that's okay-ish. There we go. Make sure that it covers enough. Yeah, I'm going to just put this on and just wait for only a few seconds, because there's going to be a few bubbles appearing on the egg. I'm at a loss for words. And when it gets a bit too much, almost, when it gets a bit too much like that, you just turn the flame down to the utmost minimum without turning it off, of course. After that, you clean up, because you've got a dirty cup here. That's possibly the worst part about all this, having to clean up everything. Of course, afterwards, I'm also going to have to clean up a pot, but I'm probably not going to record that. Now, back to the egg. Now what you're going to be having to look for is whether the entire surface of the egg is just drying up. So that's how you want it. Then you're going to have to run all the way back, just making the tripod a little less wide, and then you turn this on. I'll just Let's take the camera to get you a little bit closer. Right, what you're going to be looking for, not the grating, but I think if I move from side to side enough, you're going to be able to see it just fine. Not really. Well, if you see the sandwich behind there, the cheese should be starting to get a little bit darker and slowly begin to just melt a little bit. Not too much yet, because the ham is under there. If you just put it on a piece of toast, the cheese would have been melted by now. Only a few seconds left anyway. This might actually be 3 parts. That's not going to be good. Let's see here now. Yeah, that's good enough. The egg won't survive too long anyway. So you turn it off. Open it up. And you put this nice and warm egg onto the table already where you're going to eat. I don't smoke, so don't have that anywhere there. There we go. Now I'm going to have to use the tripod again because I'm going to need both my hands. So why don't you just watch my plate as I go grab the egg before it's going to be too far away. I mean, too far gone, really. Yes, here we go. Take off the cover. Be sure to make, turn off the flame before you go away from the stove. Because really, you don't want to have your house on fire just for an egg sandwich. And if you're very careful, a bit more careful than I am, come on. You know, if you don't ruin the egg like I am. Really, I am ruining it. You should just slide it all the way over onto the sandwich here. That's reasonable. I'll be right back. There you go. An egg sandwich. Now there appears to be something missing. I wonder what that is. Poof! There we go. And one last thing, salt. You're gonna need salt. And there you go. Time to enjoy this yummy goodness. Actually, no tripod. Let's see what it is here. A little close up. You can see the ham still under there. Under the cheese. There's still ham. Cheese is nice and soft. Ooh. Yummy. And there you go. You have an egg sandwich. Now be sure that you don't overdo it with the salt like I usually do. Just, a reasonable amount. I usually make sure I cover the entire darn thing. Let's see here. Way too much. But there we go. Let's have a little bite, shall we? Now if you're like me, you want to make sure that the yolk is the last part you actually eat. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that the rest of the egg is decently covering the sandwich. There we go. And then slice one sandwich in half. Now, of course, the way you want to eat it is completely to yourself. But I just eat it this way. So yummy. Okay. That's a bit weird. Let's see now. Ooh, here's another piece. So good. Now you might be wondering again, why am I looking to the side like that? But there's a man over there. He's got a mustache and a beard and... Oh wait, that's me. It's the little screen thingy on the side of the camera so that I can see what I'm doing. So, I hope you enjoyed. This is more than 2 parts. This is just 3 parts. Probably maybe going to cut out a little bit. And yeah, enjoy your egg sandwich.